Hi guys. So today I'm doing a tarot reading for the sign of Taurus. So I've already shuffled the cards and dealt them face down. We're going to flip them over together and see what's in store for the next couple weeks for you. So I've got positions here. There's 5 of them and I'm going to explain as I go. So the first position is going to be the position of the back, which is going to be the recent past. What's been going on with you recently. I've got the Hanged Man right side up. He's normally just upside down the picture. With the Oracle card of the Queen here. Interesting. You know, I'm kind of getting a vibe here that it's like, this is like the more you try to hold on to something, the more you try to have control over something, the more difficult it becomes. It's like herding cats. That's the feeling I get, is like something that you've been trying to have control over. It's been like very difficult, almost purposely difficult, like trying to herd cats, you know. I've never tried to herd, it's just the saying. But yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting here. I'm going to pull some cards to see exactly what the situation more specifically is about. But before I do that, I want to flip over the other cards. So we're going to go back to that in just a second. So the next position is the position of the head. This tells me what you guys are consciously thinking about, what your current strategies are. The Page of Wands. Wow. With the unicursal hexagram. The unicursal hexagram is this symbol. Which has to do with your divine will, like actually implementing your true will, aligned with your higher self too here. So whatever it is you're doing, you're putting a lot of passion into it because it's what you truly want. But that's just a strategy. This is what's in your brain here. It's not necessarily what you're doing, but it's what your plan is. It's what's in your mind. It's what your current strategy is. Like, I'm gonna put my all into this. I'm going to put, all my strength, all my ability, and just give it my all. And I think in some ways it might have been working against you because in a sense we might be trying too hard. This is almost like trying too hard to control. So it could be that's, we can put our passion into something, but maybe we can do it in a way that's not quite so controlling. We'll see. We'll see what else the other cards here. And I am going to pull advice for you guys to see what the best advice for the situation is at the end. Okay, so the next position is the position of the heart. This tells me how you're feeling or what you desire, okay? The Sun with the Oracle card of the Tower. Now, the Oracle card of the Tower is a good card. It's not a bad card like the Tarot card. It has to do with having a view like from a height. So you can like see everything. It's wisdom. It is tranquility, because you're able to just see a situation from above it, right? And that's what we want, is we want happiness, tranquility. We want to be above the situation, and we want to be able to just enjoy life. That's what's in our heart. That's what we want. And I think that it's been difficult recently because we've been trying too hard to control something or someone, okay? The next position, there's only 2 more before I go back and I find out really more information about more specifics. So the next position is the position of the hand. What current actions are you taking? We know what strategies you're thinking about, but what are you actually doing? Okay, so what we're actually doing is kind of taking the middle road with temperance here, and also taking our time. Maybe that's a current shift. Maybe we've been trying to do things a little bit too rigidly, and now we're trying to do things sort of more with like with the energy of temperance, which is to say like with ease, with moderation, okay? I think actually you realize that you've perhaps been trying to hold on or you've been like too hard on something or someone, and you're already starting to pull back on that. You're already taking a more moderate approach, a slower approach to whatever this is. And again, I'm going to look at what the situation more specifically is in a second. But again, the first cards are telling me the general information. Specifics will come after. So the last position is the short-term future. What's going to happen? Because you know everything that's happening. What's about to happen to you? Okay, so we've got the 7 of Wands here with the Oracle card of the Mouth. Interesting. This is kind of like standing your ground and having to say some how do I put this? Some real talk. right? Having to tell somebody how it is, having to be real, not necessarily, this really has kind of a boss vibe here. If you're in a position to be like a supervisor or boss, you know, this is having to be rigid without being super controlling, okay? Maybe this is finding that middle ground between control, where you're not getting anywhere because people are resisting your control, it's just not working, and knowing what to say, where it's like, this is just where the line is. This is much more cut and dry, a much more cut and dry approach to drawing that kind of like a boundary. It's like, this is just like, it's not personal, right? That is like, this is the not personal approach too. Let's pull some more cards. So let's see what hasn't been working in the past. Let's see which, what specifically, let's talk about this herding cat situation, right? Tell me more about the recent past and the position of the back here for my Tauruses. Recent past for my Tauruses. Position of the back, please. For my Taurus signs. Interesting. The rabbit upside down. So, I'm kind of getting a sense here that, yeah, it's like too many, like I was saying, herding cats, right? We're trying to control too much. The rabbit is multiplicity. It's like too many things, and it becomes hard to control that many things. It's definitely micromanagement. It's micromanagement here. On the bottom, whoa, Mars underneath that Gemini. Holy crap, talk about micromanagement, right? Mars applying, just like butting your head against the wall. With Gemini, it is like many walls, right? It's like going up against all the walls here. Yeah. And I just wanted to, because the story goes on the top here. The house, the 8, and the king. It's like, it's kind of like just the way we've been. We're hard asses. If this isn't you, if this isn't jiving with you in particular, Taurus, then this is somebody who you're dealing with, okay? This whole rating is somebody who you are just dealing with, and that person's a hard ass. That person has been a hard ass, but this strategy has not been working very well for them because the Hanged Man, it just hasn't been. And they're learning from it though. It's like if you're a boss, you're learning how to be a better boss by actually cutting a little slack the people underneath you. It doesn't have to be a boss. This can be like a mother-child situation, any kind of situation where you have people underneath you, where you're supposed to be the one in control. We're trying to be too controlling. Let's move on to this position where it's like the position of the head, which is our strategy is to go balls to the wall here and give it our all. That's our strategy. Tell me about the Page of Wands with the unicursal hexagram in the position of the head. Oh, okay. Well, I had a lot of cards, but... So, in a sense, I kind of feel like you guys might be new at this, young or immature about, maybe you're a new boss. You're new at being a boss, you know? This is like in some way, in some fashion, new for you. Having to herd these cats is new for you. Because the princess is like young, youthful, and a bit immature sometimes. But with the cat, there's been rapid growth. You're picking things up. You're watching and you're picking things up here. And that's part of what you're integrating into this, into your mental energy. That's part of this, putting your all into it, is learning really quickly, is adapting really quickly. And then the next couple cards also speak of the same thing, because these also fell out a little bit scattered, but I'm still going to read them. And then learning, right? Making a habit to learn. This isn't just one-time learning. This is making a habit to be observant, too. And then, again, we have the staff, which is similar energy to the Page of Wands, which has to do with putting your energy in, like, really giving it, putting effort in, right? Putting effort in, because this is something you want to do. Okay, the next position I don't think I need to read here. This is what you want, which is just to say that you want things to be easy. You want things to just work out, and you think they can too here in the heart. You think you can make this happen. You think you can have harmony happen with the situation just by actually learning. I think you have the right strategy, honestly. That's what you want, is you want to learn how to make the situation better, and I think you're currently doing it. Now, let's move right over here. There's only 2 positions left. Then I'm going to do advice for you guys. So this is taking things in moderation and taking things with time. Very simple. That's kind of your new shifting strategy here, since trying to herd cats really quickly hasn't been working. Tell me about temperance. I'm going to keep using this analogy as much as you guys probably hate it at this point, because it really kind of, I'm not taking that, that's too messy. It really does kind of like explain what I'm trying to talk about. So, again, we're talking about temperance with the hourglass here. Tell me about temperance with the hourglass for my Tauruses in the position of the hand. Temperance with the hourglass. We've got the hand upside down. Yeah, taking the middle road, not bugging them so much, right? Giving them space, not being like, not reaching out to them. The hand's upside down. It's like not doing that. What did I say about not being annoying? The next few cards, sitting on your chair and assessing carefully, really making a judgment, Libra, yes or no. Do I want to make a big deal out of this? This really feels like boss energy, like when to address something and when not to address something, right? When to be annoying about something and when to give the person slack. That's what we're learning here, whatever situation that you're dealing with. Like, do I gloss over? I've been a teacher before, so like in the classroom, a lot of times you have to think about like, do I gloss over this thing that this kid's doing because it just makes my class more efficient and I keep on moving with the subject, or do I stop to address it? You know, really considering these two, taking the middle path on that. So the last position is going to be the short-term future, which, like I was saying, is like this approach where part of all this really is to be cut and dry about what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable. And again, that is coming up too. Tell me about the 7 of Wands here for my Tauruses. It really feels like a teacher classroom vibe too, you know, also could be. So the card I have is the City here. Interesting, as I said, teacher classroom vibe. Could be that it is very much like a teacher classroom vibe for you, or there's more than one person that you're talking to here with the City, right? And in fact, like I was saying, maybe there are multiple people here with all these, like I keep saying, herding cats. Maybe we're talking about multiple people that we're dealing with, right? But we finally find a way to deal with these people in a way that works out. Look at this. So 1, the rabbit, and Uranus. This is literally finally hurting those cats. Why? Well, in this case, in this analogy, the rabbit is actually the cats, because we're talking about just a lot of things. So in this analogy, the rabbit is the cats. And this is you just managing the situation by yourself. How? The power of Uranus. Uranus is all about innovation. It's kind of, Uranus is like Prometheus. It's like having, you know, the flame, the solution to the problem by innovation, like voila. Okay? So that's it. Let's just do advice now for you guys. Seems like you guys are going to take care of this. Seems like you guys are already on the right approach anyway. So let's look. We're going to do 1 tarot card and 1 oracle card for you guys, and just see what comes out for general advice. We get some general advice to my Tauruses, please. Anything positive, what you guys should be focusing on, good strategies. I feel like you guys already have a good strategy, but any good strategies? Ace of Swords. Wow. Clarity. Clear cut. Cut and dry, right? I feel like that's where you're going anyway in the short-term future, but being very... this is also transparency. Transparency. On the bottom, we have the Hermit, which is to say, I think you're doing a lot of learning. You are integrating, you're processing all this. You know, you're doing a lot of learning from these experiences. Essentially, if you're like in a boss type situation, you're learning how to be a better boss. This could be a parenting thing too, you know, stuff like that. You're learning how to be better at it. The next 3 cards, which I can't help but peek at, I'll hold up, is what we're going to talk about being clear. So we've got the 5 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. This is about keeping your ego out of it. You know how I was saying don't make it personal? That really is also going to be very helpful here. Is making it not personal. That's the combination of the Five of Cups with the Emperor is making it not personal, and the Queen of Swords is very cut and dry too. So this is about being cut and dry. This is about being transparent. This is about setting just clear-cut boundaries, and all those things are good qualities of a boss, I would say anyway. Okay, or any leader, right? We're talking about any leader. So and let's just do one oracle card, and then we're gonna wrap this up. So can I get one more oracle card for my Tauruses, please? Doesn't have to be about this. Anything? Just leave it open. Anything else for my Tauruses? Anything else? Oh, let me shuffle. Anything else for my Tauruses? My Taurus viewers? Any other advice? Maybe not. Nothing else is coming out. That could be it, guys. Let's see. Oh, no. Holy shit. Uranus again. Cool. It's like innovation. Innovation. It's like be smart. Work harder, not smarter, right? There's a solution, and it involves being smart here. That's what Uranus is. And I think on the bottom, Neptune, which is to say the solution has eluded you in the past. It has. You've been working harder, not smarter. There is a way to do this smarter, okay? And this is how, essentially, is to be everything that I said before, right? Yeah. So that's it. I hope that helps you guys. Tauruses, thank you so much for your interest in my readings. I really appreciate it. And have a good couple of weeks. I'll see you then. Take care.